This week, a crazy, thrilling mystery as we talk about one of the recurring types of stories that I talk about on this podcast, which is teachers, female teachers doing stuff, sex stuff with minor boy students. Well, we got a new one, guys. This conspiracy goes way beyond the rabbit hole. So as you can see here, we have hold on. Teacher of the Year charged with rape. I was almost going to censor it for YouTube, but charged with R-wording an underage student. And detectives say they may be more victims. This is on May 20th. This is a California teacher accused of R-wording a 16-year-old male student. Detectives believe that the former Teacher of the Year may have, assaulted sexually more victims. 16 at least isn't like 12, but I mean, it's still something that everybody thought the male teachers did, Well, as we're learning, things are getting a little more progressive out here. We're getting a little inclusive with the taking advantage of minor students who don't know any better. So at least we're, opening up and getting more equality in there and more inclusion and diversity into, our word, raping. We're getting that more DEI, which we always needed in rape. That's one thing that they haven't had, and that's something that they should have had. Equality. Equality for any sex teacher, any, male or female, maybe, or who knows, whatever, trans. Teachers should have the equality to rape their students, She is breaking the glass ceiling of molesting kids, her students, taking advantage of them. Now, wait a second. I'm in the wrong article. This is an uplifting story about a service dog receiving a diploma for whatever reason. I'm guessing because the dog helped the student or whatever. Let's not get into those boring positive stories, which are, really hard to come by lately. Then let's go ahead and talk about the horrible, horrible darkness. And this teacher that looks very normal, smiling there, she doesn't look. There's another one where, they used to be, even the female teachers, they used to have that just blank stare. Like the first ones, well, not the, I don't know when the first ones were, but that one that was like Deborah something, and then there was like other ones around the same time. I mean, with this lady, she just looks like, I don't know, a soccer mom, whatever. And nope, she's 38. Now some of these teachers, I'm like, all right, maybe they're younger, but none of them really are anymore. She's 38. I'm guarantee you she was hired in 2013. That was a while ago, but she won Teacher of the Year award in 2017. This is a California school, which, and then I think about it, California, and this happening in California now, kind of the way they were going. I mean, they're really into the whole grooming the kids, or, teaching them about stuff when they're kindergarten, like preschool. Who knows? Oh, look at this. In a since deleted tweet, the high school said this lady Vanderhulst, whatever, she offers up a rigorous mathematics curriculum and deep caring for her students. So that obviously probably got mocked, and they then deleted the tweet. Really cares for those students. Just likes the students. Just likes spending time alone in a room. Maybe her place. Maybe her place. Maybe a car. His place or back of the bleachers. Living out. Now I kind of feel like maybe these women are like living out what they didn't do in when they were a 16-year-old also. I just don't get it. I mean, because men historically, and I know they're still more statistically likely to be predators. And I just don't get, obviously I think there's another reason they're doing, like, that's why they're always like, oh, women cheat for different reasons. It doesn't make it good or better. Okay, so that mugshot.
Teacher has been arrested for unlawful sexual intercourse with a minor. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department identifies the teacher
San Bernardino.
as Tracy Vanderhulst. Detectives say
there she looks like I don't know. She looks a little haggard, not ugly, but just okay. She looks. I mean, she's younger than me, but I don't know if she looks it there. But maybe it's a bad photo. But she just.
Male student at the school. In 2017,
hold on. I'm gonna watch on YouTube.
Yucaipa High School tweeted out a picture of Vanderhulst stating that she won the school's Teacher of the Year award. A bail is $30,000.
Oh, so this might be the first Teacher of the Year winner that I know about. Maybe you guys know about more. She looks a little like weathered. Maybe this is because of the arrest. It just like aged her up a little bit. And she's not smiling here, but otherwise, before,
additional victims.
What a shame, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And here we go with these, the standard comments. Here we go, guys. Double standard comments all over. Still, after all these that I talk about on my podcast, they aren't listening to my podcast, I guess. That's what it is. So, and was later noted that the 16-year-old sustained critical arm injuries from all the high fives. Am I right? Am I right or what? Look at this asshole. Best comment. Dude, that's just what everybody... Definitely Teacher of the Year for one kid. These are all like boomer guys, probably. It's crazy. One reasonable comment. It's crazy the double standard in society regarding gender. Yep. Even though gender's also not a thing anymore. You can just choose whatever you want now, so. Oh, another one. Look at this. Man, what a bunch of dorks. You're like a bunch of boomer guys probably saying that. I wish we had teachers like that at my school. I wish we had teachers like that at my school. I wish we had... Dude, you don't even know how it affected these... I don't know. Just like... This is like making me cringe now. It's been so long, I mean, that people have been saying those same comments. I'm like, just... Since when do they call luckiest kids in school victims? I don't know. I'm voting these down. Not trying to be a woke whatever. I mean, she's way above his age. I don't like, yeah, maybe if she was like just out of college, it would be like, I don't know. No, I disagree that they're saying this kid's got game. No, okay? Because like the woman has to be messed up to do this. She obviously, why do women get in porn? Because they're messed up from whatever reason. I mean, we had a female teacher of the year in Arizona who seduced and raped a... Look, if they said, she R-worded him, then the kid said that it must have been like he didn't... Well, I guess I don't get that either. I guess he felt coerced then. Like, if they have that in the article and they have that on this, like, statements, then he doesn't feel lucky like you guys are all saying. I mean, it's not what they're thinking. Yeah, if these kids were going up and trying to like flirt, you'd be like, well, I guess it worked, but still the woman has to be messed up either way. But most of these sound like they groom the kid. Like it's not these stupid fucking older guys like lucky, you know, all the high fives or whatever. It's like no, these don't happen. These it doesn't go down that way. These are like, you know, they see a kid and they go after the kid. It's a prey predator type of situation. I mean, if you like what guy even feels good about themselves? Like, it's not like, yeah, if this kid, like I just said, was, I don't know, on the sports teams and he just had crazy confidence and and this was a woman who, like, didn't at all, like, have any desire to, but then he won her over somehow, the lady would still be messed up, but it would also be like, well, he did try, like, but then I don't think this would be a story because then he wouldn't tell the cops or whoever he interviewed him that he was coerced into it, which he obviously did. They're not even considering these, because, I mean, it's not, whatever. I don't care. Say it all you want. It's not the same. It's not a porn scenario. Those are all fantasy porn scenarios from the older guys. Like, you are projecting your own stupid, you know, porn scenario onto this kid. That's what happened. That, you know, everybody's stupid. Memorial Day weekend, guys. Yeah, actually, almost lost my cat this weekend. I took him down to my family's and could not find him, and I had to leave without him. But he apparently showed up. But, you know, it's kind of a crazy story, you know. I don't know. I just think, you know, you can kind of get used to pets, and then you think maybe they're gone, and then you like, oh, I'm like upset. I'm not. You know, people kind of act like, well, certain people do act like animals don't, like a cat at least, especially a cat. Like, everybody talks about dogs, losing dogs. And yeah, they are more loyal and probably better, but I don't know, it's still like a pet, so, you know, go fuck yourself, okay? If you're judging me for being upset for almost having that happen, okay? Yeah, I guess it's just weird because you're just used to the thing there and then the thing. You know, for all us, you know, cat parents out there, you know what it's like, okay? And I mean, you guys can do your judging. This music doesn't work. Ugh. Oh, it's all these stupid ukulele songs. This summer, get yourself a Kia. Come down to the dealership and, you know, we all like those sunny days when you can just go to the beach and just wind down. Get yourself a Kia. I was trying to find something like us cat owners out there. We know what it's like when we think we're about to lose our furry friend, you know? And that's why we got your back, okay? If you want to put a microchip inside your cat and, I don't know, all kinds of tracking devices in him, and then maybe like something that like shocks him or like punishes him for running away, or we got your back. We here at I mean, I hope like commercials go back to that, like, even though I'm making fun of it, because you know, enough of the politics and the making your company seem like it cares more about whatever blank issue. Oh, the Miller Lite thing that just happened, the stupid. It's more just stupid and not funny. Like, I'm not outraged about that. People were more outraged about Bud Light, but the Miller Lite thing was just, like, dumb. Because comedy sucks, like, that kind of mainstream female comedy, like, we're like we're making a difference through comedy. It's like, well then, okay, I guess the laughs won't be had. I guess the laughs are like the least, at the bottom of the priority list. It's the same thing with any woke thing, any, ideological state. Just calling them state now. Any, state run revolutionary bullshit, all that the young revolutionaries get into, it all becomes the thing that it used to be is now at the bottom of the priority list. Oh, we now have these like woke social justice activism in our, like, well, I guess that's what it is too. I put activist in my bio, like, because that's first and foremost. I want you to know at this company, yeah, we do. I don't know. Here at Shake Shack, something unhealthy. Here at Burger King, like, I'm working here as a manager, a local manager here, but first and foremost, activism is important to me the most because I care about the environment, because the environment is white supremacy and affects that also. Number one, like, as in this board meeting and for Burger King and Taco Bell, I want you to know that I'm an activist. Okay. I mean, just go back to the stupid car commercials about going to the beach and, like, or even the ones with the dog, that the dog keeps getting older and then at the end they, like, bury the dog. And just a break from the news stuff. I was watching this old movie from 1931. Here it is. It's called M. That's it. It's called M. And I don't know. I'm gonna get hit with. I did kind of want to just show like the frozen still image of There's a scene, like, because it's in 1931. There was definitely no anti-smoking sentiment because, man, one scene, the whole room is just smoke filled. It looks like a foggy. It's like crazy. It looks like a hookah lounge, basically. And they're just like having a meeting. Where is that? No, not here. And it's like they're all trying to figure out how we're gonna do something. It's just, there were no like smoking anything, any activism, but they just smoked the whole scene, and it was like, I don't know. Maybe you have to see like it moving for it to be. Well, that's weird. I brought it over here, and now it's a blank screen. It's pretty weird. Why is that? Man, that's weird. It's like just blocking itself. Well, I guess I can't show you guys. Anyway, it was a smoke-filled room, and they, it's 1931, so it was just like, I guess it's kind of like how we use our phones now. Everybody's always on their phone. Maybe that'll be like smoking in the future. Maybe, everybody's already trying to limit their use for their kids. Maybe for themselves, like there's just more chatter about it. So let me see if there's any other teacher stories. Okay, that one was in California. North Carolina. Oh, this was 2 weeks ago, so I can't really count it as a weekly. Yeah. Look at here's one. It's a guy. I mean, there's been just a lot of women doing it. Oh, this one. Look, Lindsay Schneeberger. And here's another guy. Yeah, there's just a lot of teachers. Why? Because, oh shit. Oh, that's from last month. Okay, this guy looks like he'd do it. I mean, if you're wondering, if you see this guy, you're like, okay, gotta watch this guy. Harnett County high school teacher. I don't know where that is, but Wednesday afternoon was sexual activity and indecent liberties with student. What the hell does that mean? What is? I don't know. It's vague. Multiple students reported offenses during regular school. What offenses? Oh wow. 44 counts of sexual activity with a student. 47 counts of indecent liberties with a student. Okay. All right. So here's another woman, and she looks like. Oh, I was gonna say she looks like she's not into guys, and having sex with teen girl. Lindsay Schneeberger, Minnesota teacher arrested for having sex with teen girl, sending her nude photos. Yep, she looks like, I was correct. My gut was right. Oh, here's another one. Here's a Pennsylvania woman teacher. May 12th. Oh, this was like this week too. Anyway, Lindsay Schneeberger, Rochester, New York. 3 felony counts. She was a former volleyball coach and physical ed teacher, I figured. I don't know. 13. Ugh. Started with the victim was 13. Yuck. Well, women, like I said, equality, man. They're really we're getting that equality up there. We're breaking the glass ceiling. We are getting women into sexual assault for the students. Hooray. I mean, DEI is working. We are getting equality is, I thought, everybody thought like, the men are the creeps. Well, I mean, women, they can do stuff. We can do it too, okay? And you're thinking, oh, no, that's like guys. Those are weird guys like that other guy, this guy here. No, those are the people that do that. I mean, no women would, do, guess what? I'm with her, and the force is female. Strong female lead. Women support each other. I don't know. What other slogans can I say? So, yeah, here's another one. Megan Carlisle, Pennsylvania school employee, not a teacher, I guess. Engaging in sexual activity
with students and sending nudes to him and his friends. Send sexually explicit photos and videos to multiple.
What is happening? What the fuck? Why would you do that? It's the internet. We're in the internet age. Do you not think anything's going to come out? Are you an idiot? Like, what is wrong with you? First of all, he's going to show his friends. Maybe. That's another thing that all these older guys are like, oh, he's going to show his friends. Well, if he's coerced into it, I don't really think he would be like so inclined to do that. But she's just a staff member. It doesn't say teacher. As a paraprofessional, as the ISS classroom monitor. What the hell's that? She sent nude photos and videos of her performing sex acts on herself. Sex. Chris Hansen. Sex acts on herself. Investigators found on the phones of several students. Yeah. A 15-year-old victim was later interviewed. by police. They told him that Carlisle touched and caressed his genitals during numerous school periods. While he was in the ISIS classroom. No. Police say Carlisle then contacted the boy through Snapchat after school and discussed sexual contact many times. Carlisle then was reported to have sent nude photos and videos of herself to the boy and his 16-year-old friend. What? Why? I don't get it. Well, look, I gotta admit that these all seem like crazy stalker-type women. Because, like, the one I read about the one that, like, went to every soccer game and took pictures of him and then, like, was, like, sending him the pictures. I saw you. I was at the game. That's, like, creepy. Oh, so, yeah, they did stuff in the car. So she the victim says that after she left, he asked her for money to get food, and then she sent him money on Cash App, yo. And then he asked her for vape pods, and she bought him those. So this is like a sugar mama type of thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it says here, like, there's no telling how many students have seen her nude photos and videos that they were sent and shared to an unknown amount. Everybody. And, like, I mean, yeah, like, maybe she cut out her face, like, oh, maybe it's not me. Like, maybe she... I don't know. Maybe she's that dumb, though, that she just, like, had her whole face in there. I don't know. I am curious to know that, though. Yeah. Victor Valley High School teacher. Let's see if this is a woman or a girl. Lady. This is a glass ceiling smasher. Is this a... not interested. Lily Bowman, Nebraska teacher. And this is from a week ago. Here we go, guys. Arrested for allegedly developing a relationship with a high school student. 23-year-old only. Sexual abuse by a school employee, which is a class 2A felony. Wow. So he was 17. This is a little less, like... this is a little bit less. That's closer in age. Like, you just graduated college, 17. I mean, it's still illegal, and any guy would be called a monster, but it's a little less, like, I don't know. Former teacher, yeah, that's the one I read. Oh my God. All right, this is for March, but I just... I didn't know about this, because this is really interesting and weird. New York City teacher accused of sexual relationship with mentally ill student. Bronx and Staten Island teacher. Mentally ill 16-year-old student. She's 33, married with 3 kids, always married. Did the same thing, sent him nudes. Ugh. How was he mentally ill? Oh my God, look at this fucking crazy. Oh my God. In January, she angrily responded to messages pleading for a response, telling him,
throughout the whole vacation, you have shut me out, and the only time you would hit me up was when you wanted to. Tell me that you are crushing on other teachers. I am not a piece of ass with no feelings. Reached my phone. She said, denied having sex with a student. I didn't even know there were these allegations. He would tell me he loved me, and I would just reciprocate.
Man, I mean, she's mentally ill, obviously, too. How the fuck can you be that, like, immature, emotionally immature? Oh, wow, look at this. Look at this. Asked about the nude photos texted to the boy, she said, he had the passcode to my phone. Okay, doesn't make sense. Why would he have that? On an earlier call, her husband angrily confronted her after asking a reporter about the allegations, and he said, "You told me you quit, Sandy." This isn't the first time. You're done, Sandy, if this is true. You're fucking done. Pack your stuff and leave. You said you quit doing this. Oh my God. The teen suffers from a combination of schizophrenia and mood disorder. Wow. Oh, wow. She quoted one police officer as joking, "Where were those teachers when I was in high school?" Wow. I mean, that's a cop saying that. Okay, I'm only doing one outrage story this week because I just randomly saw this one. Yes, this is a outrage story. This is a outrage story. Outraged critics rip CUNY law grad's hate-filled commencement speech, demand billions in tax dollars be stripped. After a law grad, who is Muslim, as you can see there, she delivered a hate-filled and dangerous commencement address, ripping New York police officers as fascists and criticizing Israel. She called for a revolution to take on the legal system's white supremacy while blasting city cops and claiming Israel carries out indiscriminate murder. Sounds like that Squad lady. So yeah, they're going to be people. If there's anything that the woke, I don't know why the woke are anti-Semitic or what, anti-Israel at least, which I do get annoyed that like you can't say anything about Israel, the country and how they act without being called anti. I don't really agree with that, but pretty crazy to make this your commencement speech too. Her name is Muhammad, or is that a last name? She accused the school of having self-serving interests and that it continues to fail us and train and cooperate with the fascist New York Police Department and the military. She urged this is, I mean, okay. This is, again, another revolutionary. Ugh, so sick of this shit. She urged her classmates to continue the revolution to effect change and use their rage as the fuel for the fight against capitalism, racism, imperialism, and Zionism. Wow, Zionism, that's that's an anti-Semitic conspiracy. Zionist, that there's like a Zionist, elite. That's like an old, that's kind of like what the black Israelites probably think. That's what Kanye got in trouble for. Wow. Okay, so actually a U.S. House representative that's a Democrat from NYC condemned the speech, but that's because of her Israel talk, obviously. Sorry, I sound like I have vocal fry this week. I don't even know, like, whatever. It's like, whatever, dude. Like, I mean, her religion is not very accepting either, so I don't know what to say about that exactly. I mean, am I right? Former student teacher avoids jail time. I'm so sick of the "where were those teachers" fucking corny boomer joke thing. I'm so sick of it. Where were those teachers molesting? Why couldn't I be molested? I mean, do these women join, like, work at schools because they're like that? Is it another Catholic Church type of situation? Is that what's going on here? You know, these questions are questions I have. Do they go to the school because they have those inclinations, or would they just have those and then act out because of the power in the school? Is it a power thing? Like, I don't know. But, I mean, all I gotta say is, like, don't lose your cat, guys. Thought there was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna close out with I found that, okay, so apparently Chris Cuomo has Chris Cuomo apparently has a walk and talk type of podcast where he tries to philosophize a bit. Now, he is awful. I mean, he's just awful. Worse than Andrew Cuomo? I don't know, but he definitely puts himself out there, it seems like, more than, well, I don't know. But, you know, he can't deal with being, wow, this still comes up. This Chris Cuomo teases brother Andrew with giant test swab because these are still coming up on YouTube. And I watched, like, some of one of these videos. I mean, it's just, like, really funny. I don't know. Just like some of I'm not going to put you through the whole thing because it's 20 minutes or whatever.
Hey, welcome to another walk and talk. Look at this. Look how beautiful and still the water is, huh? So, I have a kind of a good life hack that I struggle with. What else is new? But it is very interesting. You know the expression, coulda, shoulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda, or however you want to say it. No matter the order that you put them in.
Yep.
The point of the expression is that you can't get caught in what you could have done. Okay? Oh, I would have done this. Yeah, but you didn't. And the constructive use of that, to the extent that it's used that way, is don't leave anything on the table. Don't leave anything to chance. Okay. I have a very different take on it. I actually believe that there's a concept in there that does not serve us well. Certainly does not serve me well. Okay? Could
It just needs this music on it, you know?
and would are all that matters.
Yep.
Should is a distraction at best, a subjective
Listen to this every day to
nonsense
get inspired, people.
notion. And at worst, it keeps you living by other people's rules and standards. There is only could and would. Could you do this? Meaning what? Are you capable of whatever it is that we're talking about? Losing weight. Could you? Sure.
What if some
Assuming that
people
you're
can't,
healthy
Chris?
and
What if
you're
some
able to
people have a
control what you
thyroid problem?
without risking anything. Check with your doctor first. You know that whole line. Being a better person, obviously you could. Being smarter, you could. Being nicer, you could. Being taller, probably not. Unless you're young and you have a family that wants to fill you full of hormones. Which has got to have some kind of risk along with it. But there is could, meaning something else to me. Do you control
Yeah,
this
man.
thing? Do you control this? You know? So
Exactly.
well, I want him to love me. I want her to love me. You don't control that. You control how you are. But whether or not, look at this skipping rock. Yeah, a little thick, but I can do it. But whether or not somebody loves you, or is nice to you, or is fair to you, you don't have a lot of control out of that. Well, I want to win the game. All you can do is control what you do in most situations. You don't control a heck of a lot of outcomes in life, and the older you get, the more apparent that becomes. So, there is only could. Could this happen? Is it possible? And I would think the better way to look at it is it probable, and based on what? All right, just about anything is possible, but it's about how extreme a set of circumstances or effort or probabilities would have to be at play to make something happen. So yeah, okay, I get it. Everything's possible, but that's
I really
not
hate
really
this.
the frame of context for me. It's about probability. It's about chance. It's another reason I say I don't believe in luck. One, I don't believe that anything just exists as kind of some independent energy that can come and go, and some people have it and some people don't. Preparation meets opportunity, chance, how you use chance, how you work circumstances, how circumstances line up.
Yep.
I do believe energetically that you can give yourself a better chance of success or failure by what your state of mind is.
Look, I'm buying
what
this merch
you're
here,
putting out there and
okay?
how that affects.
Now, this is like deep as fuck, okay? Like, I mean, look at this merch here. It says free agent. I'm guessing that means, oh yeah, because he has that hashtag free agent. I'm guessing that's because he's not on CNN and he's now his own free agent. And then there's a beanie here that says, "Are you free?" Did you guys ever think about that? I mean, you ever think about that? You guys ever think about that? Are you free? Are you really free to do, be a free agent? Now, sometimes we think we should have done something, but more like, could or would. Or, like what is could exactly? Like what is would? Like why do we say, oh, I could have done this? Well, you didn't, did you? I'm a free agent, guys. I walk and I talk, okay? And as he says here, Chris Cuomo shares how things that you could or would like to do in your life are within your control, but things that you think you should do are subjective distraction. I mean, this is like basic logic. Like, I mean, look, and I'm not even gonna act like this isn't honestly. And I mean, I definitely dislike Chris Cuomo more than like Lex Fridman. But this is basically a Lex Fridman talk. I mean, it's basically the same level. Like, I mean, just like a surface level, like, here's what I hate the most about this, though. Like, I mean, if he was just like actually, because I watched this on somebody else's channel, and they were, they were playing one, and really, like, I was thinking, like, yeah, like, if he actually was, like, saying, I don't know, just whatever, just actually being real or whatever, he would probably just be talking about, like, I don't know about, maybe getting real about how CNN worked, or like, I'm not sure, like, I don't know, just like being yourself. Don't be like, he's really not like giving like his genuine probably thoughts or feelings, like, probably because those are what he really is thinking and all that is like just narcissistic, like pissed off at CNN, like hates his former colleagues. Like that's probably what he thinks about all the time. But instead, you know, he's like, I'm gonna like I'm gonna think out loud, and I'll at least like grant him that he probably is riffing this whole thing. Like he didn't like sit down and well, actually, maybe he did. Like, maybe he did. That's probably what he did. He probably just thought, shoulda, coulda, woulda. There we go. That's an idea. Now I'm just gonna go and, like, I don't know. I just really hate these. Because he's really thinking he's deep, like, and just not talking. Like, this isn't how anyone really talks. Like, you really do this? You really go walk, stop, and go, look at the still water. And then you grab a rock and skip it like that? Like, you really would do that authentically without filming? And I don't buy that he's getting deeper. Like, maybe he's going to criticize CNN now. Maybe he's, like, there's a video here that says, talks to somebody about woke culture. And then he has one with Adam Carolla. I don't know if I'd even want to talk to him if I was Adam Carolla. I mean, maybe Adam Carolla is like truthful though. Maybe he's like, maybe he is kind of like being honest. I don't know, but why? I don't know. Maybe Adam Carolla's like, all right, you know what? I'll let him know what I think about CNN now, because he's not tied to him. But, and this fucking free agent thing. Oh, my God. Free agent, guys. Buy the shirt, buy the hat. Are you free? I'm a free agent. He's making it, like, all narcissistic, too. It's not even, like, are you free is about him being, quote-unquote, free from CNN. And, you know, the thing is, I don't believe that he is he's acting like he's doing self-discovery and like, yeah, I'm just like working on myself and shit. Like, I just like philosophize and shit, yo. Like, for real, like, I wish he talked like that. But he's like an Italian guy. Sounds like any dumb Italian guy. Like, I just can't. Look at this. Chris Cuomo's couch confessions. Mental health, antidepressants, and therapy. Let me guess what he's gonna say here, because it's gonna be. It kind of tricks you, like the name of it, Couch Confessions. Oh, is he gonna spill? Is he gonna just finally say like I was a douchebag? Or that's really what I would be hoping, if he's really gonna act like I'm opening up on these walk-in talks. I'm doing these walk-in talks. I'm really going to open up. Hey, honey, I got this new one. It's called Shoulda, Coulda, Woulda. Okay? Now, what you should have done, you don't want to say that. You know? Because, like, it's like, oh, my God. Like I said, though, Lex Fridman is nowhere better than this guy. I don't want to hear anybody mocking Chris Cuomo when the supposed brilliant Lex Fridman is doing the same level of talk. I mean, he just doesn't in that voice. He isn't doing it. He's doing it I don't know. Just like fucking fake bullshit. Just look at these trees. When does he do that? There's no way he does that on his own without a camera. He's thinking of, what does a guy do that is a deep thinker? Like he's playing what would a guy that actually is smart and thinks deep, what would he do? Okay, he probably would be like, look at these trees. I mean, you ever think about like nature? I mean, we don't deserve it really, do we? When you see a tree, you know, don't take it for granted as like it's just there. Like just think, Hey, that thing's been there for years and years. That thing needs water. Thing needs water. That thing needs sunlight. That needs it's many years. It's been there growing. It didn't sprout up right away. Don't just think, oh, it's just I'm gonna take it. No. I'm gonna just like a future episode he's gonna do. It's gonna be like, people say bad things come in threes. One thing happens, two other bad things are coming. You know what? You don't have to live that way. Okay? You don't have to live that way, people. You don't have to think, oh, bad things are coming. One bad thing happened. You don't have to sit there and wait for the other two to happen. Because that's really it's a distraction. Like, look at me out here. I'm out at the pond or lake or whatever this is. I'm looking at it. I'm skipping a rock over it. I'm not too old to skip rocks. Don't ever think you're too old. Don't ever think you're too old to do something like that. I jump rope sometimes. You want to have that youthful energy about you. Like, I would think I acted like I was 20 years old in the newsroom, and I flirted with all the women that worked there, and if they didn't seem to like me or flirt back, I called them a fucking whore, and I spit in their face. That's because that's what you got to do is let people know your worth and don't take no for an answer, ever. He's saying like stuff that he thinks smart people and wise people would say. Like he just reads a Dr. Wayne Dyer thing. Maybe he's even been watching Lex Friedman and he's like, I'm going to do that. Well, I mean, to be fair, yeah, you probably can do it. Just wear a suit. I mean, you can't control if somebody likes you or doesn't like you. Do you really think he thinks that? Do you really think a guy that was raised the way he was and given he was on CNN, he had all this access, brother was a governor, his dad was whatever, or step, whatever it was. You really think he goes around going, oh, she made a face at me, she's annoyed at me, what are you gonna do? You can't control it. Oh, this guy yelled Fredo at me, bounce right off your shoulder, just, you know what I like to say? You people might not understand this. I mean, this is a lot of what I'm talking. I understand that it's above your level, but keep watching. Maybe one day it'll get through to you. I'm not, look, I'm not gonna spoon feed you. You gotta, get on my level. Just like one thing I like to say is what doesn't, sticks and stones may break my bones. Words don't even really hurt me. Turn the other cheek. That's what I do. That's what I've always done. That's what Andrew done. Our family, we're humble people. We're very, very, very humble, down to earth. We don't want any kind of special access. We don't go after people out of revenge or concoct whatever to try to get your brother out of trouble. We don't do stuff like that. The Cuomos, shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's like, mental health, man. I'm serious about mental health, okay?
Lends a performance value to something that I really want to strip away, because I think authenticity matters. So we do not talk about how we take care of ourselves.
He's looking a lot like his brother lately.
Lie.
Looks just like Andrew.
Influencers on social media, many of them are not being straight with you about why they look the way they look. I think the more intricate part of the journey
He's getting edgy, guys.
Is your emotional self, your psychological self. We need to talk about.
Man, I just want Andrew to go on his podcast. I just want him and his brother to do a podcast.
And I have learned this personally. And I want to tell you a little bit of my story.
My fucking coworkers went after me.
Talking about this in general and hopefully getting.
They're fucking pieces of shit. Cut it. Don't put that in the couch confession. That's what he's doing, actually. He's like yelling like Bill O'Reilly. Fuck it! I'd love to see that if he actually is doing that. Like he's just sitting there going like, "Gotta talk about my mental health." Well, you know what happened to my mental health? Barry for CNN thought he had to fuck it. I'm gonna fucking strangle him. Cut that out. Hey, new kid. Hey, assistant little nerd guy over there. How much can you bench? He does that with every guy he sees. Hey, buddy, what do you bench? Like every guy he sees, he's like, I can take this guy. I walk and talk, okay? I'm in shape because I walk and talk. I skip stones, all right? Look, don't ever see a stone and not want to skip it. You got to keep yourself in youthful age. Nothing but a number. That's one of the things I came up with that myself. So I come up with a lot of sayings myself, like shoulda, coulda, woulda, something I originally came up with. So, yeah. Andrew, Chris. Prime time together. Finally. Check it out live in your bed. Consensually or not. They might just show up and do it. Just kidding. Don't send me a notice about this. This is just commenting on this. Because people are gonna come after me. I know it. I just know I got a target right on my head. I can feel it right now. Everybody's trying to go after me for my clout and my fucking exposure. Well, it's coming. I know it's coming, guys. Get after it. Are you free? Are you a free agent? Get the merch. Be a free agent like Chris. He's a hero. And watch the walk and talk. Okay? Skip stones. Words don't hurt me. Stick some stones in my bones or whatever it is. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, guys. I just get after it.